Hello and welcome back to the penultimate round of Season 3. We have got that 19-point margin over Mercedes. It is not done yet because we do... Actually, there isn't sprint races on this game, but there is still 2 races left. Mercedes could still close that gap. If they magically get a 1-2 out of somewhere, then they could still get P3 over us, but it is looking good for us right now. We've got 11 days until the race. I believe we could do some upgrades on our car. Can we, if we design it? Yeah, we can, but we're going to do research all for next season, so we're going to prepare for Season 4, where we hope we can finally make that title charge. Okay, we started 2 more researches on the front wing and the rear wing. We got the side pod research, that comes in tomorrow, and then we could do 1 more research before next season. So here we go, the side pods research is in, and we can do 1 more. Woo! Just about. Look at this. So if we did 5 engineers, we wouldn't get it done in time, but by doing 6 engineers, we'll just about get the research done in time. So $1 million research, and it's going to be on the underfloor, which is going to give us a lot more straight line speed, hopefully for next season. So 3 major projects, major research projects are being done for next season. I think we should be good for this season to get P3, and then next season, I'm hoping it's the season we can challenge for the title. So many people taking grid penalties this weekend. George Russell is, and Bottas isn't. Alright, but at least Russell is. We could be on the front row here in Brazil if so many people were taking grid penalties. That's good news for us. Especially with a wet qualifying and a wet race. Might be helpful to be on the front. Want to go out right at the very end. Make sure we get the best track conditions. After it started raining, there's obviously less rubber on the track. Hold on, no one's going out for their second run. Magnussen's through. If no one else goes out for their second run. Oh, Russell is? Okay, people are going out now, so I guess now we can send our guys out. We'll send Magnussen out. Seems pretty late. Are we sure we're going to get a lap in? We've got to send him out early enough. I mean, it is a 108 second lap. We're going to be cutting it tight as we come up to the line, or are we going to be alright? Magnussen's going to be alright. Gasly's going to be alright. I'll tell you what, that was pretty close for Danny Rick. He just about makes it. Lance Stroll does not. I don't know why he was still out there. Maybe he was going out for his second run. I think he might have pitted. So Lance Stroll doesn't make the flag. He is definitely out in Q2. Magnussen's probably going to need to improve. Same with Gasly, which they are because the track has improved as we've gone along. Magnussen is out in Q2. Magnussen down in P11. He's had a stinker. That's not what we need in the battle against Mercedes. K-Mag, P11. Yes, he's going to move up a bunch of places because a bunch of people are taking grid penalties. P11 for Magnussen. That is not good. Maybe other teams have bought penalties here. But Gasly is through. Hopefully we can get him on the front row, maybe even on pole position. Is it raining at the start of this session? No, it's not raining at all in this session. So he should be all right. We'll go out on a used set, and then we'll go out on a new set for his last lap. But that is disappointing for Magnussen. Whereas Verstappen pulled that time from. He's pulled that out of his arse, hasn't he? A 107.4? Where's he got that from? That's ridiculous. Alright, well, we're getting ready for our next run. People are now going out the pits. We want to try and be the last one with Gasly, just to give him the best track conditions possible. So we're going to go out behind Valtteri Bottas. No, we're going to go out behind the Ferrari, but we want to obviously make it out just in time. We're behind Vettel. I think we're out in time. Yeah, we've got plenty of time. We should be all right. So, Gasly, trying to up his position. He's currently P8. Not good at all. We need to try and beat the McLarens. So, we need to beat Lewis Hamilton if we want a chance at pole position. As he is going around and he is going a little bit slower. He's got a little bit faster in the middle sector. Can he improve? Gasly up towards the line. He goes P5. That's a solid lap. That might be a pole position lap because Russell, Sainz, Leclerc and Verstappen are all taking grid penalties. I think Pierre Gasly's on pole. Yes, he is. Unless one of those penalties are a 3 place, but I think they're all at least a 5 place. So Gasly on pole position in Brazil. Magnussen will find out where he is actually starting after the penalties are applied. But that is a huge, huge qualifying from Pierre. It's going to be a wet race at some point. So yeah, Gasly on first. Magnussen P6. Bottas is in there somewhere as well. Don't know where Russell is. But look at this. So we got the wet. Oh, it's going to be wet or inters. We've got to decide. And it's going to go back to dries towards the end. This race is going to be a spicy one. Okay, I think this might be the way to do it. We'll try and push the hards. If we can push the hards 35 laps till the wet weather, I think that will be the ideal scenario. We're going to do the same with Kevin Magnussen. Chuck him on the hard tyres. And we'll either switch to the inters or the wets. It depends what it is telling us. It's going to be based on what decision we decide. If we decide to go wets and it's into weather, we basically screw over. And that could cost us... I don't mean to do that. As that could cost us the championship against Mercedes. I think it's going to be defined here. If we have a stinker and Mercedes come back, it will go to Abu Dhabi. But we could also seal that third place in the constructors here in Brazil if we get the strategy right. I wonder what the other teams have gone for. Are they going for the long game as well? Are they trying to wait out until the rain? No, mediums. We're on the hards. I don't think anybody else is on the hards. So to be honest, if Verstappen gets past us, if Leclerc gets past us, Hamilton, that's fine. We're just going to try and keep the Mercedes behind us. This is a good start from Pierre Gasly. Holds on to that P1. Well done, Pierre. That is the start we need. Let's see what tyres everybody else is on. So just me and Magnussen on the hards. It looks like we're the only two that's trying to make it to the wet weather. After that, Magnussen gets ahead of Bottas as well. That's huge. Come on, K-Mag, down the inside. If we can get to the wet weather on these hards, that would be very big for our race. If Magnussen can stay ahead of Bottas, that would be pretty big as well. Good job, K-Mag. He is up. Maybe we'll go light on Kevin Magnussen's tyres because he does struggle with them a little more than Gasly. We just got to make sure we get to the wet weather. Verstappen's going to breeze past us. We know that's going to happen. Verstappen through. Leclerc's probably going to go through. Car's going to go through, but we don't have to stay with him right now. We just have to make sure these hards work. We just got to keep him going. We do have a bit of DRS, but Leclerc's going to breeze past us next lap. Maybe if we can stay with Leclerc. No, Leclerc does not breeze past us. I mean, we've got a little train forming. That's good. Magnussen's got a little train forming there as well. It's just stay relatively in the race because they've all got to make a pit stop before the wets. Go on, K-Mag. He's loving it. Bottas, he's had a bit of a howler. Bottas has dropped down. What's Bottas done? What has Bottas done? He's dropped down in a 10th. Did he get... He didn't get wing damage, did he? Why has he dropped all the way down? I don't know, but Bottas... Did he get wing damage? No, he stays out. Bottas, though, has dropped down to 10th. That is big for our race. Magnussen behind George Russell and Gasly just chilling in P3 behind Charles Leclerc. This is looking good so far.
That's a good overtake from Alpine.
Was looking good. Was looking good. Well, why don't you drive? Why does he just drive back on the circuit? What has he done? At this rate, do we get rid of both drivers? Was it even a legit spin? Can't be spinning at that corner. Surely not in a straight. Oh, you're showing me the overtake, not the spin. I mean, what's he done? Yeah, shut up, guys. Come on. What's he done? He's down into P14. Okay, the weather's going to help him out. But what is it? How is he bottled that? He's supposed to be our good driver. Do we get rid of both drivers? Do we just sign 2 brand new drivers to try and win the championship? That might be the way to do it, honestly. I mean, Gasly's what, in 14th, stuck behind Latifi. You got to get past him. Get past him this lap. They're going to be struggling on their tyres now. So now we can try and make the moves. Gasly through on Latifi. They're pitting. Albon and Norris are the first 2 into the pits. Latifi's into the pits. Okay, so Gasly, just keep holding on out on these tyres. Just keep these tyres going. I want to see when Verstappen comes into the pits, where he's going to be relative to us. It might be in this lap, actually. Verstappen keeps going. Was it the soft runners that come in? I think it was the soft runners. The medium runners can go another 10 laps, but I don't think they're going to make it to the rain. Bottas is in. Oh, all right, that's good. Bottas into the pits. What tyres is he going to go on? Valtteri Bottas out of the pits now. What's he on? He's on the mediums. Did he start on the mediums? He even started. I think he started on the mediums. Okay, maybe they do recognise the rain is coming and they're going a different strategy. It's another yellow flag. But Magnussen's doing a better job out of our 2 drivers right now. Verstappen looks like he's going to run away with this win. But our main battle is against Mercedes and George Russell and Valtteri Bottas. As now the big boys come in. So Verstappen come in. George Russell is in. Verstappen actually came out ahead of Gasly again. But what tyres have gone on? They've gone on the mediums. They know the rain's coming. They know they have to pit again. Or maybe their strategy was medium hards or something. But that's a better strategy for them. And when it starts raining, they're going to be faster. Verstappen's going to breeze past Magnussen. But Gasly currently 3rd. We can still make this work. When's the rain coming? We need the rain. We need the rain desperately. We need the rain. When's it coming? It's going to be in a few laps, and it's going to start chucking it down. We need it now. Russell and Leclerc are closing in on Gasly. That's fine. But we need the rain for K-Mag's sake. He is driving away. Gasly has screwed his race up. What's happened? What's happened? Is it a safety car? It's not, because we've just been double overtaken. That's not good. What's happened, though? Who's crashed? A McLaren? Surely it's not Hamilton again. Oh, no, that's Lando Norris. Lando Norris against... Yes! Yes! See you later! See you later, son! A Mercedes has spun out! It's beautiful! It's glorious! It's what we love to see! Bottas with no front wing and a penalty, and the wet weather's coming soon, so he has to pit for softs or mediums or whatever. Change the front wing. The weather's going to come. He's going to have to pit again. He's not scoring points here today. Come on! This is looking brilliant. This is looking absolutely brilliant. Mercedes have bottled it. Mercedes in the mud. Bottas, you have had a tragic time here in Brazil. And that should be P3 in the Constructors, especially if we score good this weekend. Come on! That is huge. And we got 3 minutes until rain. So we've got to focus now. Let's advance pretty quick until the rain. Just entered our pit window. Yes, that's fine. Bottas is coming out way in last place. He's coming well behind Mick Schumacher. Has he been lapped? He must have been lapped. Where's Verstappen on the track? Oh, he's been lapped. He's been lapped by Verstappen. Bottas is in the mud. There he is, back there. Bottas in the mud. He is just behind Mick Schumacher, but Bottas, he's finished. He's got to pit again. He is finished. 2 minutes until the rain. Do we go on to inters or wets? That is the question. We've got 1 minute. So it's supposed to chuck it down really early on, but then it's supposed to sprinkle. I think we go inters. I think inters is the way to go. But we'll see how quickly it rains. As it started raining now. So this is the lap. This is the lap that bring them in. They're around here. Magnussen is going to come into the pits. Onto the intermediates. I think it could be wets, you know. This could very well be wet weather. This could very well be wet weather. If we get this wrong, this could open up the championship battle for the Constructors once again. Moderate rain and light rain. Okay, there's never heavy rain. Forecast accuracy 100%. Moderate rain for 5 minutes, essentially. It's got to be inters. It's got to be inters. No doubt. It's intermediates. All right, we're going to go on to the intermediates with both drivers. We're committing to the intermediate strategy. So, Magnussen coming round now. Everybody coming into the pits. Verstappen into the pits. Bottas stays out. He's had another stinker. But both our drivers into the pits. Here comes K-Mag. Russell into the pits. Leclerc stays out. That's a stinky decision from Charles Leclerc. Everybody else comes in except for Guan Yu Zhou, who has to stay out because his teammate comes in. Should have probably double stacked, but they did not. Bunch of people staying out. They're going to be struggling. Look at that. Is Verstappen on the wets? No, he's on the inters. We're also on the inters. What is everybody else going to come out on? I'm curious. Some people are going to gamble onto the wets. Surely. Surely. No, everybody onto the inters. Alonso onto the wets. He loves a gamble. So, Fernando Alonso is the only one to gamble onto the wet weather tyres. Verstappen is cruising out in front. There's been a crash. Who was it? It doesn't look like it's a safety car, but someone has had a crash. George Russell! George Russell! He's lost his front wing! Mercedes have had a stinker! It's between a McLaren and a Mercedes again. It's Lando Norris has been taken out by the other Mercedes this time. George Russell going side by side. He's stuck behind the McLaren. He's crashed into him. Oh, this is a stinker weekend for Mercedes. They are gifting us P3. They want the extra wind tunnel time next season. Stay away from my car, G-Russ. What are you doing? What are you doing? Don't go near Pierre. Pierre, what are you doing? You've just been overtaken by a wingless Mercedes. It's a wounded Mercedes that's just overtaking everybody right now. What's going on? What's going on? But George Russell in the mud. Bunch of people pitting now. And Gasly, I don't know what he's doing. I guess, because it's really wet. We should have maybe went onto the wets. Leclerc, Zhou, Alonso. Why has Alonso come back into the pits? What's he done? He's come into the pits to put on the inters. What? What sort of strategy is that, mate? You had it right. At least for the time being. It's going to be inters in a minute. But what a stinker. Russell, though. Hold on. He stayed out with a broken wing. What? He's not losing pace as much as he should. What was his last lap? That was because of the crash. Let's see what his lap is this time. George Russell, he comes across the line. Okay, he's still 1.3 seconds slower than Gasly. All right, so that makes sense. He just doesn't want to come in, I guess. He's fuming. So George Russell in the mud. He's got a penalty as well. Oh, this is brilliant. This is absolutely brilliant. Mercedes in the mud. Gasly, make a move past him. Come on, Pierre. Down the inside for P3 in the constructors. Pierre Gasly goes for the move. Be careful. He might take you out. He might take you out. See you later, G-Russ. See you later, son. That is superb stuff from Pierre Gasly. Up he goes into P7. Mercedes in the mud. So it's supposed to be like this rain for quite a while, I'm assuming. Russell's just getting overtaken by everybody. Should have came in. Should have came in. Bottas is trying to unlap himself against Magnussen. He's faster, but if he crashes into us while unlapping himself, I will be absolutely fuming. We might be on these inters for a while, so we might want to go a bit standard. As it's not going to stop raining until lap 60. Lap 60. So we've got another 15 to 20 laps on these tyres. We're cruising. We're chilling. P2, P7. As there's a yellow flag.
I don't know. It's unfortunate.
Here's the replay. Now just focus on the Haas. And this...
You've spun while being under pressure by a lapped Mercedes. By a lapped Mercedes. And he's down into P4 now. I mean, it's fine. We should still be able to get enough points where we can pretty much sew up the constructors P3 in this race. Knowing our luck, we're going to bottle it here. What's happened now? What's happened now? Vettel! Vettel! It's a Red Bull as well. Perez, he's taken out Perez. What's gone on? Oh, this... Yep, they've got a penalty. This has been one of the craziest races ever. You put a bit of rain in it, you get a crazy race, just like in Singapore. Oh, so funny seeing George Russell. Well, how is that Vettel's fault? Perez has just turned into him. How is that Vettel's fault? I mean, it's so funny seeing George Russell's front wing just not there. And he's driving around. He's like, if you look at the last laps. Hold on, Verstappen's pit. Why is he pit? Why is Verstappen pit? Was it Verstappen that he crashed into, not Perez? If you look at the last laps. Maybe it was Verstappen. No, he just pit onto new... I don't know. He's so far ahead, he could do what he wants. But if you have a look at the last lap, George Russell... Okay, let's do his last proper lap, because that was not his last proper lap. He just crosses the line. He's doing like 2 seconds of a lap slower than everybody else with a broken wing. Don't know why he's still staying out there, but he is. We've still got another 10 laps or so on these tyres before we could potentially think about switching, and we're in cruise control. P4, P7 for now, as we've had another crash. Every time there's a crash, I get nervous. I don't know who it is. Gasly is fine. I say he's fine. Bloody Guan Yu Zhou's making contact with him. Who's had a crash? It's not either of my drivers. Hamilton! Way! We were thinking of bringing him to our team next year, but seeing how his results at the end of the season, I'm not sure we want him. There's a wall there, mate. I wouldn't go that way. Stinker by Hamilton. I mean, everybody's having stinkers. They're really struggling in the wet conditions. Hamilton's pit. That's allowed Magnussen up into P3. Gasly into P7. If he can make a move past Guan Yu Zhou, that'd be nice. But, I mean, Magnussen's probably going to lose P3. We just need a decent chunk of points to further our advantage to Mercedes. And we've pretty much should have that P3 sewn up as it stopped raining. It stopped raining, so no more rain expected, I don't think. Maybe in a couple minutes there might be. Let's have a look. After this 1 minute, is there more rain expected? No. Okay. Rain all clear. Rain has stopped. So cars will be coming in soon. Where are our drivers? Next lap. We're going to come in next lap. Can we go into the softs till the end of the Grand Prix? Yeah. Yeah, we can go into the softs till the end of the Grand Prix. All right, let's bring Magnussen in and put him onto a fresh set of softs. This is why you always leave a fresh set of softs. Magnussen into the pits for a set of softs. Magnussen into Gasly into a pit for a set of softs as well. Should be all good by the time they come out. So Magnussen rounded in the final corner now. Track is drying up. We know that. We're coming in for the pits. Can we get that jump on Leclerc? Because Leclerc has got ahead of us. Magnussen into the pits. Gasly following him in. We're doing a little double stack. should be all right. As Gasly now comes into the pits. Have they got him ready? Yes, they have. Beautiful stuff from the Haas crew. Where's Magnussen coming out compared to everybody else? He's coming out in his own little bit of clean air. That is what we like to see. You got Hamilton up ahead on the Inters, but that shouldn't be a problem. Let's push a little bit just to see if we can get out ahead of Leclerc. We're going to push with Gasly as well. We just want to try and gain as many points and positions as possible, as everybody is now coming into the pits. Verstappen into the pits, Leclerc, Albon. So Leclerc and Albon are the two that we want to be watching out for. As Magnussen coming around now, he got past Hamilton, so I don't know what's happened to Hamilton, but Magnussen, can he jump the Ferrari and the AlphaTauri? I think he was ahead of the AlphaTauri, but not quite the Ferrari. It's going to be very close as Magnussen down the straight. He is ahead of Charles Leclerc, just about. I'm sure Charles Leclerc might be able to make that move done in the next few laps, but Magnussen is through. Everybody onto the softs, I'm assuming? Yes, they are, but Leclerc is onto used softs. That could be crucial. Mate, we're chilling. Gasly P6, Magnussen P3, trying to hold off Charles Leclerc. He's doing bits. Let's go. Ah, no, we'll stay standard. Perez has had a stinker this race. The Mercedes has had a stinker. We are loving life. Magnussen might even lap the Mercedes at this rate. He should be a lap ahead of them, actually, but then he bottled it, didn't he? Leclerc, he's right on Magnussen's tail. Oh, he's in that DRS now. I think DRS is activated. Must be. So Leclerc might be able to make that move on K-Mag, but K-Mag should be getting a top 4 at least. It'd be nice to get another podium, but I'm not sure if he's going to be able to do it. As now Leclerc is going to be looking for a move. We're going to go defensive with Kevin Magnussen. If we can get behind these back markers, we can maybe get some DRS. I think we... Did we get it? No, I'm not sure if we did or not. But, yeah, we're going to get it down this straight. Get out our way. We've lapped to Mercedes. See you later, son. See you later, G-Russ. We're fighting for a podium. So, that is... I mean, that's a feel-good story right there, isn't it? Mercedes and Haas are fighting, and we've got to lap the Mercedes. That is what we like to see. Magnussen fighting for that P3. Gasly chilling in P6. Just cruising as we got 6 laps to go at the line for Kevin Magnussen. I'm pretty sure Charles Leclerc is going to make light work of this as he goes down the inside with DRS. We can't fight him much. That Ferrari is too fast. I'll tell you what, though. Magnussen, he's not having it. He's not having it. He wants it. Go on, K-Mag. Go on, son. He's saying no. I want this P3. I want this podium. Come on. We'll watch this battle all the way to the end. Kevin Magnussen is fighting for his life to get one last podium before he leaves F1. Or before he leaves Haas. He might not leave F1. Maybe he signs with a different team. I'll tell you what, with a drive like this, he might as well sign for a different team as he's about to lap another Mercedes car. But you've got the Ferrari of Charles Leclerc all over the back of him. Can he hold on? Can he hold on? Surely not. This would be a very impressive drive if he can hold off Charles Leclerc in Brazil for 5 more laps. We needed Bottas to hold up Leclerc a little longer there. He wasn't able to do that. We're trying to harvest in the middle of the lap. If we can harvest some in the middle of the lap, then maybe he can hold on down that straight. As at the line, we're going to have, I think it's 4 or 5 laps to go. I'm losing count. But here he's going to get past us, surely. Surely Leclerc's going to find a way through. Is he going to find a way through now? I tell you what, though, Magnussen is not going to make it easy. As, yeah, there you go. He uses just enough ERS to stay ahead of the Ferrari for now. Can he do this for a few more laps? Or is Leclerc going to find a way through? Leclerc, is he going to go for a move down the inside? No, he's not. He can't get the move done just yet. Look at this. This is Viking defense from Kevin Magnussen, as Gunther Steiner would say. He's driving like a Viking. As Latifi's round wide, we would happily take a safety car right now, just to relieve some of this pressure. We're trying to harvest some ERS throughout the lap, and then use it down the straight. Gasly running wide, but he's still safely in P6. It's Magnussen we care about. These points, I think P4 or P3, it doesn't really matter where we finish. We just need to make sure we finish in the points, and we'll still finish ahead of Mercedes this season. But out of ERS, can Magnussen still hold on? Just about. But Leclerc around the outside. Magnussen doesn't want to give him an inch. He wants to hold on. Magnussen holds on for another lap. He holds firm. K-Mag is fighting for his life. We've got 3 laps to go. 3 laps to go. Well, 3.5, I guess. And he is fighting for this P3. No! No, don't do it! Don't do it, Charles! Don't do it! Charles Leclerc! He's going for it! Charles Leclerc, can he get the move done? Kevin Magnussen holding on. I think Leclerc must have got the DRS, but Magnussen's just ahead. You got lapped cars trying to find a way. Oh no, it's Alex Albon. Alex Albon is fighting for a podium. We can see it AlphaTauri on the podium here in Brazil, but Magnussen, he's still holding on. He's still holding the firm. Come on, K-Mag. Hold it out, son. What you got to do, K-Mag? One more lap to hold on to that podium. We want that P3. Gasly is getting closed down by the other AlphaTauri. Don't let that happen, Pierre. No! No! Not like this. Not like this, K-Mag. Don't, no! No! Oh, my God. You got to go for it. You got to send it. You got to send it. You got to send it down this straight. Kevin Magnussen. Your bottle job. Absolute bottle job. What are you doing, son? What are you doing? You just had to hold on for one more lap. He's not close enough. The Ferrari is gone. The Ferrari of Charles Leclerc is gone. He got the DRS off of Hamilton. If we would have held on through that middle sector, would have been all right. Oh, Magnussen, he's lost out on a podium. He has lost out on a podium. Charles Leclerc has nicked it away from him on the final or the penultimate lap. Gasly, he might lose a podium here to the blooming AlphaTauri. You've got to push now, Pierre. You've got to push. Oh, Magnussen, he's back ahead. What's going on? Side-by-side action. K-Mag! K-Mag! He's got the move done. Oh, my God. They're still going side-by-side. I missed the overtake. I'm going to watch it. What's he done? Down the inside. He wants that. He wants that P3. He wants that podium for Ferrari. Oh, my word. What a bit of driving this is. Can he hold on all the way up to the line? We might run out of fuel. We might run out. We're already out of ERS. Verstappen wins the Grand Prix. But it's all about this battle. Magnussen versus Charles Leclerc. Who's going to get it at the line? Charles Leclerc with a DRS. Come on, it's a photo finish. K-Mag. Done it. He's on the podium. Kevin Magnussen, what a drive. Gasly up to the line against the AlphaTauri, holds on to P6. What a team result. Mercedes get 0 points here in Brazil. We love to see that. Hamilton down in 9th, getting ready to finish. But the podium is Verstappen, Sainz, Magnussen. And I tell you what, I think unless Mercedes get a 1-2 next race and we get a double DNF, I think we've guaranteed ourselves P3 in the Constructors. K-Mag doing his job today, getting that P3 for us. He is delighted. Look at him. Absolutely loving it. Getting his probably his last ever podium in Formula 1. Gasly holds on to P6. He was struggling for pace at the end of the Grand Prix. But Constructors-wise, look at that. It's a huge margin to Mercedes now. It's a 42-point gap. And yes, they are going to need... Yeah, they are going to need a 1-2 and hope for that we pretty much score no points in Abu Dhabi if they're going to get any chance of getting P3. So that's pretty much P3 sewn up, but you never know. Something strange could happen in Abu Dhabi. So we got to wait to find out. But it's a fantastic result. You look at the driver's standings. Gasly's in P3 in the drivers. I completely forgot about that. If Gasly could get P3, he's got to beat Carlos Sainz and he'll get P3 in the drivers. That would be quite something. Pretty much almost guaranteed P4 unless Perez does something tremendous, and Magnussen down in P8 as well, and he's locked in at P8. So successful weekend in Brazil. We're working on research for next season to try and make ourselves struggling to speak, to make ourselves a title challenging team next season. Let me know in the comments down below if you think I should change just Magnussen or maybe change both drivers to give ourselves the best chance at giving ourselves a drivers and a constructors title next year. Because to fight with Red Bull and Ferrari, I don't think having the pairing of maybe Lando Norris and Gasly will get it. I think maybe if you have a look at the potential drivers that we could sign, not many people want to go to us. I don't think Hamilton. Does Hamilton, Verstappen? We can't get any of the Ferrari or the Red Bull drivers. That's not happening. But too close to season starts or end. Okay, we could maybe get Hamilton. That's possible. So would a driver pairing of Hamilton and Norris, or maybe Norris and Russell, that could work. That could be interesting. I don't think we can get Sainz, Perez, Verstappen, or Leclerc unless their contract's running out and their team doesn't want them. But I think we need a driver pairing of 2 world-class drivers if we want to win the championship next season. So maybe we'll look into that. We might have to say goodbye to Pierre Gasly, even though he's done a phenomenal job for us this season. And we got 33 million in the bank, so we got plenty of money to spend. So if we did want to offer Hamilton a contract, we probably could. So let me know in the comments what you think. If you are enjoying this series, make sure you go ahead, hit the like, hit the subscribe, and let me know if you're excited for season 4. Season 4 will probably be my last season for this F1 manager save, unless you guys like love it and want me to do another one. But I do have maybe one more idea for what other F1 manager save I could do, a bit more creativity to it. But this next season, I'm hoping is the season we could challenge for the title, because I'm hoping that will be the last season where we can go off on a high with the Constructors and the Drivers' Championship. So yeah, if you are liking, make sure you like, subscribe, comment, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.